Hey, it's Ian. Welcome back to another episode of Weekly Questions Answered, where we take your top questions and answer them in video. Today we're going to look at the requirements for when it comes to record keeping for your drone. Did you know that you need to maintain a logbook with the details of every flight? You're also supposed to keep a log of every maintenance action or modification that is done to your drone. So sit back and give us a couple minutes of your time, and we'll give you the lowdown on the requirements to log drone flights and maintenance. This video is pretty important. If you fail to comply with the regulations, you could be facing up to $1,000 in fines per occurrence. So first, let's take a look at the pilot flight log requirements. To figure out what the logbook requirements are for drone pilots, I'm going to navigate over to CARS, or Canadian Aviation Regulations 901.48. The following requirements apply to drones or RPAS weighing 250 grams or more in Canada. Transport Canada regulations require that you keep a record that includes the names of the pilots and crew members involved in each flight, as well as the time of each flight or series of flights. There are some things you need to know. The DJI app that you use when flying your drone does log the flight information required by a logbook, except that it doesn't record the pilot information. This may be the same for other manufacturers. If you're the only person using your drone, like ever, then this would technically meet the requirements. If you do this, however, it would probably be a good idea to document that you are the only pilot somewhere. If you're ever likely to have someone else at the controls of your drone, it's a good idea to sort out a logbook that tracks the pilot and crew of each individual flight. There are several ways of accomplishing this, but we suggest you check out FlySafe by Air Market. They have a free version that should meet the needs of any recreational flyer. The paid tiers of FlySafe have reasonable monthly costs and can be really helpful for companies that have to track several drones and pilots. You can find out more about FlySafe and other compliant logbook options in the description below. Next, let's talk about maintenance log requirements. Yeah, you also have an obligation to track any maintenance that has been performed on your drone. This is covered in 901.48 as well, and explains that you must record any mandatory action and any other maintenance action, modification, or repair performed on the system, which is the drone, including who performed them, when they were performed, and in the case of modifications, the manufacturer, model, and the description of the part added, and if applicable, any instructions provided to complete that work. The minimum standard for this could be a spreadsheet showing every day stored on paper securely. You can store them electronically in a manner that ensures it can't be tampered with or adjusted without a record of all changes. Once again, there are several ways to track this information, but FlySafe from Air Market can also fulfill these requirements and get that in check. Their software can help you streamline the entire documentation process, including the site survey. Finally, let's take a look at record keeping requirements. So how long do you need to keep the flight and maintenance logs? Well, the CARS spells this out for us too, again in 901.48, where it tells us that we need to hold on to our pilot records for 12 months and our maintenance records for 24 months from the day with which they are created. The last detail here is if you sell your drone. You need to give the new owner all the maintenance records that fall within that last 24-month time frame. You do not, however, need to transfer your pilot logs to the new owner of your drone. So there you have it, the logbook keeping requirements all wrapped up in a nice metaphorical bow. It's like an early birthday present. And if it's your birthday today, happy birthday. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions about this topic or others related to drone flying in Canada, hit us up in the comments below or follow us on social at Coastal Drone Co. Be sure to like and subscribe, as we really appreciate you helping us grow our channel, and stay tuned for more weekly drone content. Thanks again, and see you next time.